It's always been paramount for me, the carp safety and well-being. I've always wanted to get them back in the water in as good a condition as I take them out. For some time now I've been working with AquaGuard on bioproducts that not only ensure the health and safety of the carp, but of the guys that are using it themselves. It's been a wonderful experience seeing what these products can do and the way they take care of the fish that I'm catching. Now, I'm not exactly the most technical man on the planet. Unfortunately, I've got an old friend of mine, Mick, who obviously works for AquaGuard, and he's going to explain to you the details of what all these products can do and how effective they can be.
Good morning, my name is Mick. I'm the Director of Aquaculture at AquaGuard. GuardPro are an international biocidal company located and with manufacturing in the UK. We actually make a full biosecurity solution for the angler and the fishery at large. We do several products, but before I go into the products, let's talk about what makes an ideal disinfectant. It should be nice and easy to read with clear labelling. It should say on the rear of the label what's actually in there. So if at any time you want to check up on it, you can look at the safety data sheets or the products data sheets. It tells you what side effects, if any, might be present. It should not be harmful to the user or what it is being applied to. Disinfectants should be economical, so it's not prohibitively high in cost, but they should ensure a rapid kill. Disinfectants should also have a residual effect, so that once they're applied, they carry on working over a period of time. Okay, now you know what makes an ideal disinfectant. I'll tell you on to some of the products that we use. The AquaGuard fish cure gel. Notice I didn't say carp cure, it's fish cure. It applies to all fish in one. It kills rapidly within 15 seconds. And coming up now, you should see the Petri dishes from the testing we've done, independently reviewed, to show this actually works. To use the product, very simple, flip off the cap and then spread the thin gel onto the wound. Now it can be hook hold, lifted scales, a little bit of rubbing where it's been rubbing along the bottom. Anywhere where there's a mark or it looks like there's damage, apply the gel. Because it's nice and thin, it goes into all the nooks and crannies, and with a slight blue tinge to it, it means that you can see where it's been applied and where it's not been applied. Thinking back to what I says about the ideal disinfectant, this has got active release technology. After approximately 15-20 seconds, the gel itself, where it's applied to the wound, will start to dry and create an invisible shield over the top of the wound. Any excess will be washed off when you put the fish back, but the active release technology will carry on working for up to 7 days. With fisheries and fishing now, a big problem is transfer of diseases between fisheries. A lot of fisheries have net dips, which where you put your nets in, leave them in for a few minutes, get them totally saturated in the solution what they use, and then that is supposed to kill the pathogens. However, once you've left the fishery afterwards, you're not going to go and dip your nets again. And there's also the added advantage of you get the nice lovely smell in your car if you've been lucky enough to catch fish. Well, using the angler net dip, it's correctly diluted for your own personal use. Take the lid off, apply a small amount to either your stink bag, net bag, or just your net in general. It kills all bacteria on the net. All bacteria causes smell, therefore you kill the smell as well. Added advantage, you kill pathogens between fisheries, and that means you add in another stumbling block to the fisheries getting a pathogen introduced to them. Because it's in the news at the moment, this is the fishing equivalent of wearing a mask when you go to the store. AquaGuard hasn't forgotten the fisheries themselves. We do make a fishery compliant net dip, which has got the same capabilities as all our net dips. It's a rapid kill. This is for fisheries. It needs to be diluted at 50 to 1, but again, it will protect the fishery from all pathogens known. AquaGuard net dip has been tested, and it was tested at Sparsholt University. As you can see, the graph which is showing on the screen now shows that we have a control of water and we have AquaGuard. We tested it against two other leading products, but this shows how much AquaGuard outperforms the leaders at the moment. With the fishery net dip, some owners complain that there's no way of knowing when the net dip is still working. AquaGuard has brought out test strips in a small format like this. Simple litmus paper test, drop it into the solution. It gives you a colour-coded scenario of when they are still working. In real-life tests, match fisheries have been lasting 3 to 4 weeks. Syndicate and carp fisheries have been lasting 8 to 9 weeks. It all depends on how many nets go in the dip and how dirty they are. AquaGuard has created biosecurity for the fish and the fisheries, but don't forget there's the angler behind the fish and the fishery, so we can't leave them out on a limb. So what we've come up with is a hand hygiene rub. It kills pathogens, kills them very, very quickly. It protects against Val's disease, leptospirosis, coronavirus, everything at all. You need a very, very small amount of this hand gel on your hands, rubbed in, and it's got a moisturiser to make sure your hands don't go all scaly like the fish. Added advantage, it works when your hands are dirty, unlike alcohol gels which do not. This works when your hands are dirty. Your hands are relatively grubby when you're on the banking, so this still carries on working. It again has got the active release technology, so it will protect you over a period of time. For added value to the angler, AquaGuard also do hand wipes, hand and surface wipes. Basically, they come in 2 packs, pack of 100 and singles. The pack of 100, like a bog standard wipe, except the wipe inside is not bog standard. This has got the same capabilities as the hand rub and the AquaGuard gel. It's got active release technology, so therefore you can wash your plates, wipe them down with the wipes. It gets rid of all pathogens, any little rats which have been running along your cups and your saucers at night or anything like that. It gets rid of all that, gets rid of leptospirosis, makes it nice and clean, and because it's odourless, colourless, there's no aftertaste, and you can quite safely eat afterwards. I wash my plates in the lake, wipe them down with this, leave them to dry, done. As with all the AquaGuard products, they're all odourless. So if you're worried about wiping your hands with wipes or putting a hand gel on before you're handling your baits, it has no effect whatsoever. All AquaGuard products have a pH of 7. Anything below 5 is classified as an acid, anything above 8 is an alkaline. But with a neutral pH of 7, that's why when you place AquaGuard on either the fish or yourself, you get no stinging, no adverse reaction. Comes back to ideal qualities of a disinfectant, no harm to the fish or the user.